250 years, a quarter of a millennium. To look at us today with our soaring glass skyscrapers, our endless choices at the grocery store, and the eyes of the sporting world fixed squarely on our stadiums, it's easy to think it was always this way. But 2.5 centuries ago, the American experiment was anything but a sure bet. Why was this nation needed? Because for thousands of years, humanity lived under a singular, crushing assumption that some men were born to wear crowns and the rest were born to bow. The world needed a place where the individual was king and the government was the servant, much like the Last Supper, where it was Christ who washed the feet of lesser men, even Judas. The 56 men who walked into the humid Philadelphia room in the summer of 1776 weren't just signing a piece of paper. According to historical records from the National Archives, by scratching their names onto the bottom of the Declaration of Independence, they were signing their own death warrants. They were committing high treason against the most powerful empire on earth. They risked their wealth, their homes, and their very lives so that a new kind of freedom could draw its first breath. And how did we get here? We didn't walk a straight line. We stumbled. We marched through the dark valley of a civil war that nearly tore our fabric apart. We endured the dust of the Great Depression, and we sent our boys across stormy oceans to face down the dark shadows of tyranny. But our best moments? Well, they came when we looked at our imperfections in the eye and chose to get better. We built highways, we conquered disease, and we put boots on the dust of the moon. And that brings us to the center seat view of this historic summer. Tonight we look at an interesting paradox. Right now, cities from Los Angeles to New York are filled with hundreds of thousands of international visitors. According to data from FIFA, the 2026 World Cup is drawing an unprecedented global attention to our shores, reminding the world, and perhaps reminding ourselves, of what an extraordinary stage this country provides. The world looks at our infrastructure, our diversity, and our sheer capacity for achievement, and they are in awe. Yet here at home, you often hear a different narrative. Our unprecedented level of comfort, our instant deliveries, and our consumer culture have, in a strange way, made us fragile. Because our daily lives are so secure, we have the luxury to look at our flaws through a magnifying glass. We see cynics on our screens telling us that our nation is fundamentally broken, full of nothing but oppression. But the truth, the real truth, is that while we are not a perfect union, we may be the only place on earth that has spent 250 years striving to be a more perfect one. We remain the destination that millions risk everything to reach. We remain the blueprint for self-governance. We are still that shining city on a hill. We've just grown so used to the light that we've forgotten how dark the rest of the world can be. 3/4 millennium milestone isn't just a time frame for fireworks. It's a time to remember the heavy price paid for the casual comforts we enjoy today. It's been said that a nation is not defined by its borders nor by the high-flying flags of its government buildings. No, my friends, a nation is the sum total of how its people treat one another when the cameras aren't rolling. We've grown accustomed to looking at our country through a screen, demanding to know what has it done for us lately, while forgetting the original blueprint called for a contribution, not just a consumption. If we are to march forward into the next 250 years, we must view our communities not as finished products, but as a continuous living experiment. One where we look at our neighbor not as an adversary across a political aisle, but as a teammate on a very long road. And I, for one, love being a part of this team. Thank you so much for watching, and here's to the next 250 years of these United States.